Hi everyone, my name is Yamna Srittivendran. Today I will be discussing the comparison between International Financial Reporting Standards, which is IFRS, and US Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, which is USGAAP, using Nestle and the Coca-Cola Company as examples. In today's global business environment, multinational corporations operates across many countries. As a result, they are required to prepare financial statements using different accounting standards. The two most widely applied frameworks are IFRS and USGAAP. The differences between these standards affect how financial information is recognized, measured, and presented, particularly in important areas such as foreign currency transaction and the consolidation of foreign operations. Nestle is a Swiss multinational company headquartered in Vevey, Switzerland, operating in the food and beverage industry with a presence in over 180 countries. As a European-based multinational corporation, Nestle prepares its financial statements under IFRS. In contrast, the Coca-Cola Company is headquartered in Atlanta, United States and operates in the non-alcoholic beverage industry across more than 200 countries. Being a US-based company, Coca-Cola prepares its financial reports in accordance with USGAAP. The main objective of this study is to compare the key differences between IFRS and USGAAP with a particular focus on the treatment of foreign currency transaction and translation and to examine how these differences influence the comparability of financial statements and investor decision making. This analysis is based on selected accounting topics and uses data from the company's publicly available annual reports. In conclusion, understanding the difference between IFRS and USGAAP is essential for investors, analytics, and other stakeholders to make informed and effective financial decisions in a global business environment. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today I will explain accounting diversity. The industry is worth about USD 8 trillion in 2024 and operates globally, which exposes companies for foreign currency risk and different reporting standards. Accounting diversity affects how assets, expenses and profits are reported, which is important for investors. IFRS is a principle-based and allows more management judgment, while USGAAP is rule-based with strict rules. For example, IRFS allow inventory write-down reviews, but USGAAP does not. They are also different in revenue recognition, leases, and asset impairment. In 2024, Nestle reported higher assets and revenue than Coca-Cola, partly due to IFRS flexibility. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nishalini Subramaniam. My metric number is 23124038. Today I am going to talk about the foreign exposure exchange rate. Foreign currency transactions arise when the business activities are conducted in a currency different from the firm's functional currency. Common transactions will include foreign sales, purchases, royalty, intercompanies, loans and operating expenses. Exchange rate changes cause foreign exchange gain and loss, affecting cost, profit and financial position. IFRS and US GAAP government foreign currency accounting. Both are require initial recognition at a spot rate. Monetary items are remeasured at a closing rate. Exchange differences are recognized in a profit or loss. Exchange rate movements significantly influence cost measurements, especially for imported materials and services. Empirical evidence shows a strong correlation between currency volatility, transaction cost, and profitability. Accurate foreign currency accounting enhance financial transparency, comparability, and decision making for stakeholders.
Hi, so my name is Nur Najiha, and I will present about foreign currency translation, which is it was about performance in accordance with IAS 21 to allow comparison in Malaysia ringgit. Coca-Cola consolidated means records higher net sales and net income after translation due to the exchange rate effect, which is USD 1 equal to Malaysia ringgit 460 cents rather than operational performance. Meanwhile, Nestle in Malaysia Berhad is mainly exposed to USD, which is United States dollar transaction, where translation into Malaysian ringgit significantly increased reported values, highlighting sensitivity to exchange rate fluctuations.
Hello everyone. Next, I will present about comparative discussion. Nestle applies IFRS, which is principle-based and more flexible, while Coca-Cola applies US GAAP, which is rule-based and more conservative. This affects revenue recognition, inventory revaluation, and financial comparability. For foreign currency translation, both companies use similar method, but Coca-Cola record translation different in other comparative income, while Nestle experience more direct impact on the profit and loss. Lastly, both companies face emerging challenges such as globalization, currency volatility, sustainability, reporting requirement, economic uncertainty, and technological change, which is influence future financial reporting.
Next, we want to discuss about the strength. First strength is compliance with accounting standards. Nestle use IFRS IS21, Coca-Cola use US GAAP ACC A30 to ensure the accurate and the transparent reporting. The second strength is reflect economy reality. IFRS allows judgment to reflect market changes. US GAAP ensure consistency and control, reduce misunderstanding and currency effects. The third strength is a separation of performance and currency effects. Currency translation difference between shown in OSI, operating results not distorted by exchange rates, easier to evaluate core performance. The fourth strength is risk awareness and disclosure. Exchange rate risk clearly disclosed helps to investor understand currency exposures, improves decision making. And then we discuss about the weakness. The first weakness is a limited comparability. IFRS and the US GAAP are different. Hard to compare both companies directly. The second weakness is a high exchange rate risk. Global operation increase currency exposure. And then the exchange rate changes affect profits. The third weakness is earnings volatility. Currency gains and losses affect net income, and then profit may change even if the operation are stable. And then the fourth weakness is management and judgment issues. IFRS depends on judgment and the risk of subjectivity and inconsistency.
Okay, for this session is discuss the limitation and challenges faced by Nestle and Coca-Cola. Firstly, the difference between IFRS and US GAAP affect financial comparability, as IFRS is more flexible, while US GAAP is more rule-based. Secondly, both companies face foreign exchange volatility due to global operation. Currency movement impact reported profit, while Nestle is more affected in profit and loss, while Coca-Cola record translation effect in OCI. Another challenges is the reliance on estimate and management judgment, especially under uncertain global economic condition, which may affect the reliability of financial information. Lastly, comparing financial performance across countries is difficult due to different economic conditions, regulation, and purchasing power. Therefore, user must understand both accounting and economic context before making decision.
Hi, my name is Nur Rajiha, and I will elaborate about conclusion, which is difference between IFRS and US GAAP, how financial performance and position are reported and interpreted. IFRS provides a more flexibility through professional judgment, while US GAAP is more conservative and rules-based. Foreign currency translation for the influences reported figures highlighting the importance of understanding accounting standards and exchange rate effects when analyzing multinational companies.